To take our discussion about avoiding implementation details a little further, what if the implementer of this counter component used on mouse down, or maybe on mouse up for these? Now, as the user, I can go ahead and click these, and it's still working exactly as it was before for me, as far as mouse clicks are concerned. But my test is totally broken because we're just firing a click event when we're testing this. Now, when the user clicks on things, they are firing all kinds of events like pointer events, mouse events, and if they're using a keyboard, then they're going to be doing key events. And it would be really great if instead of just firing the click event, we fired all of those events to ensure that our test is resembling the way that our software is going to be used in production as closely as possible. And so instead of fire event, I'm going to actually import user event from testing library user event. And we'll get rid of fire event and just use user event. And the only difference between fire event and user event is that user event is actually going to fire a bunch of different events that are associated with this typical user interaction of a click. And so a user event does fire a mouse down and a mouse up, as well as several other events that are typically fired when a user clicks on a particular area of the UI. Now, user event is actually built on top of testing library's fire event to fire all of those events. And user event has a bunch of methods on it that you can use to trigger typical interactions that your users will perform with your application. So in general, you want to defer to user event if you can before you reach for fire event. That way you can keep your tests free of implementation details. Now, I'm going to go ahead and change this back to on click because that's actually what I want the users to be able to do, and my test is going to continue to pass in that case.